we had this Diwali celebration week at Medleys, and the theme is same, ethnic. And this boy coolly comes with a t-shirt and a jean and proves that that is a traditional wear. I don't know which part of India has accepted t-shirt and a jean to be a traditional wear. And he didn't stop there. He justified that that is a traditional wear. There was a print on his t-shirt of specs, okay, round specs. It didn't even say it's Gandhi's, it looked like Gandhi's specs. So he was like, listen, I'll explain it to you. Gandhi, father of India. India, tradition. Indian tradition. This is what he said. And he was like, I believe in Indian traditional wear. But thankfully, after so much mocking and teasing, he's come in a traditional wear today. And he doesn't stop there. The only thing he does during festivals is that eat whatever whoever gives and go to sleep. But we can't blame him. He has one valid point. He says, it's not like I don't want to celebrate. It's just that I don't know the reason or the purpose or the significance of following these traditions. So true, we can't say anything. I really hope someone helps you with that and makes you celebrate festivals. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together to welcome Arjun. Road not taken. Road not taken. Okay.
Two roads diverge in a yellow wood, said Robert Frost. This is a simple story of a traveler who embarks on a journey of his lifetime, a journey through the wilderness. Now this journey is very simple. He just has to follow a single road and go wherever it leads. And he goes through this path, but he faces one obstacle. The road diverges into two paths. Now he has to make a choice between the two paths. The first path, he looks at the first path and he sees footsteps on the first path. And he looks at the second path and he sees nothing on that. When he sees the footsteps, he finds comfort in that path. And so he chooses the first path. So he walks down the first path and he continues going. It is a very pleasant road. But he feels, very soon he faces another obstacle. The very same situation comes again. The road, the first path he took, splits into two other paths, and again the first divide has footsteps on it, and the second divide does not have footsteps. So he continues taking the first path again and again and again. Now this traveler feels lost after some time, because he feels like he's been traveling for a very long time, but he doesn't feel like he's gotten anywhere in his journey. Now, this is what the paths actually look like. If this was the road he started on, and if this was the divide, this was the road he took. And this was the road he kept taking again and again. And this was the road not taken. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, PMOD, and welcome guests. Some of us go to college every day. We have two choices. The first choice is that we sit through class for 8 hours without thinking, we just switch off our minds, we assume the class will be boring, and we sit through 8 hours and wait for getting home, and the next day we go to class again, and we do this week after week, and the semester ends, the college ends, and we gain nothing out of the experience. Or the other choice is that we go with an open mind. We try to learn something new every day. Even if the classes are boring, we can learn something new in college. But most of us choose the first part because we have gotten into the habit of not listening in class. Now some of us go to work. It is the same situation. We have two choices. The first choice is to simply sit through office hours and keep on thinking about the salary. Wait, when will I get home? When will I get my salary? When will I get home? When will I get my salary? That's what we think about. And 1 month will get over, you will get your salary, and you go to work again. And the other choice is that you can go to work and you can think about trying to solve a problem in a different way, or learning something which is not part of your job description. But again, most of us choose the first part because it has become our routine, and it is very hard to break out of that routine. Ladies and gentlemen, the traveler in the story is you and I. The two choices we have to make. The first path taken by the traveler is the path of routine, monotony, and habit. Now this path looks very attractive. We have a voice of comfort coming from us, which always asks us to take that path. And so we end up choosing that path more often than not. And when we choose that path, we feel comfortable at first. But as we keep following, as we keep going through that path, we feel lost. And we feel that our journey is not going anywhere. But I'm not here to talk about the first part. I'm here to talk about the road not taken. Now, the first path is the road of monotony. The second path is the road of infinite exploration. It is the path of conscious, constant self-improvement. Or to put it in one single word, learning. When I say learning, I don't mean reading from a textbook and mugging and going and writing exams. That is not learning. By learning, I mean that consciously improving yourself so that you are better than who you were. Now, for example, take Toastmasters. Toastmasters forces us to go through the path of learning every single time. But this is only for 2 hours in a week. What about the rest of our lives? Are we learning then? We listen to hundreds of Toastmaster speeches, and some of them are very inspirational. And when we listen to a very inspirational, mesmerizing speech, that person gives some life values, and do we agree with those life values? Of course we do. But how many of us actually incorporate those life values in our life? Not many of us do. Why not? Because we think Toastmasters is here and life is here. But it is all one connected big web. Learning is one big web, and there is an opportunity to learn everywhere. We are talking about traditions today, and as Manisha said, I need to learn about traditions. Most of us, there are so many traditions that we don't know why we are doing it, but we continue to do it. But it will become more meaningful once we truly learn and understand what they mean, and only then can we talk about redefining those traditions. There is an opportunity to learn everywhere. It can be in the smallest of things. It can be learning to cook to just help out your partner or your parents. It can be to learn a new language when you're traveling, when you're feeling bored, when you're traveling in a bus or a train. There are lots of audiobooks which come out which can help you learn a new language. Learning can even be snapping at someone in anger and going back and introspecting and thinking about it and learning not to do the same thing again. It can even be something as trivial as when you come to this meeting early. How many of you know how to fix that camera? How many? See? There is a small learning even here. When we choose the path of self-exploration and learning, the brilliant thing about learning is we can only go forward in that path. We all have goals. If you think about it, when we sit down and think about what our goal is and how to achieve our goals, we are intelligent enough to figure it out by ourselves. Figure out what we need to do to achieve that goal. But the only thing that's stopping us from doing that is this web of monotony, habit, and routine. And so once we break out of that monotony, we can truly move forward and begin learning. Now, this road not taken is a poem by Robert Frost, and he says, 2 roads diverged into a yellow wood, and I chose the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference.